Broadcasting live from WOUB TV in Athens, this is Newswatch.
University students are rallying against sexual harassment and assault on campus. Good evening, I'm Mackenzie Pyatt. Students gathered in front of Ellis Hall to protest OU's handling of sexual harassment and assault cases. All of this as one Ohio University professor is accused of alleged, sexual misconduct against 6 individuals, some of who were OU graduate students. WOUB reporter Lily Bradley was at the protest. She has more details on the story. Lily?
Mackenzie, it's a topic of conversation on campus. This after allegations against OU English professor Andrew Escobedo made it into the news this week. Now, a letter from University Provost Pam Benoit recommends that Escobedo be detenured, but ultimately the final decision is up to the interim president. Protesters had 5 major demands at the rally, including the firing of Escobedo. Now, I spoke to one protester who told me a critical part of moving forward in this situation is acknowledging the past.
We've seen an insane amount of perpetrations of rape and sexual harassment on this campus. And we would really like to see the university step up and actually take action beyond just paying lip service to these issues. They love to say that they're doing stuff. They love to be vocal in public ways about this, but not to actually do anything. And that is what our demands are really centered on. We want to see concrete changes for future generations of students to make sure that this kind of thing doesn't happen again.
University officials as well as local law enforcement were present at tonight's rally. Now, as always, we'll keep you updated on this story.
Thanks, Lily. State lawmakers want to bring back cursive handwriting as a requirement in Ohio's elementary schools. When Common Core was introduced in 2009, cursive handwriting was not in the curriculum. Now teachers say adding handwriting back into their teaching schedule would take time for more important subjects. WOUB's Brooke Davis took a look at how the requirement can affect local schools.
I think that, there's a lot of elements of just adding more and more and more to curriculum without recognizing the time constraints on teachers to get things in.
While cursive handwriting is not a part of the curriculum, the Plains Elementary School is still trying to incorporate it.
Currently, we don't teach cursive handwriting as an isolated subject. We have teachers that try to incorporate it during their day, maybe for morning work or as a fun activity, but it's not direct instruction on cursive writing.
The bill would require that students can write legibly in standard print by 3rd grade and in cursive by the end of 5th grade.
A lot of people argue, well, we've got so many founding father documents that are in cursive and our kids can't read them, and I know that's an issue too. So I think that there's a place for it. I think that we need to probably teach it more than we do. It all comes down to time.
While some teachers think cursive handwriting should be added to the curriculum, Common Core doesn't leave much room for it.
So far, 13 representatives have signed on as co-sponsors to add cursive writing to the Common Core.
Well, going outside today, you wouldn't have known that it was the end of February. It felt more like summer out there, but those February-like temperatures are going to be returning as we head into our weekend. Good evening and welcome to the Newswatch Weather Center. I'm Allison Gens. Now, we are still feeling those warm temperatures right now. It's 75 degrees here in Athens with partly cloudy skies. Now, looking around our region, temperatures are also in the mid to low 70s. We have 75 we do have our precipcast and tonight, and as those temperatures are cooling down, we are going to see a chance of some severe storms as we head into our evening. Now, in overnight hours, I'll tell you a little bit more about those thunderstorms and my extended forecast, but it looks like they're not going to quite be affecting the Athens area, but in our surrounding part of our region, and I'll give you some more details of what we're going to expect as we feel those storms, and as those move out, temperatures are going to begin to drop as we head into our weekend. We might even see some snow as we head into our Sunday and Monday, so I'll tell you more about that in my extended forecast later in the show.
Thanks, Allison. On Wall Street today, stocks varied across the board. Here's a look at stocks of local interest. One Ohio county is lacking easy access to food, but that might be changing real soon. We'll have that story when Newswatch returns.
University students really have a huge sense of pride in our campus, in our school, and in our education.
People don't come to Ohio just to go to college. They come here to become a Bobcat.
It's a really unique atmosphere.
Bobcat pride is having that natural camaraderie.
Bobcats are just happy to be Bobcats.
My favorite time of year at Ohio has to be homecoming.
When the alumni come back, you can see that the love of this university doesn't fade.
Once you're a Bobcat, you're always a Bobcat.
The student body here at Ohio University absolutely is a family.
The students support one another.
You become this unit, this big, friendly family unit.
There's this connectedness.
You feel a part of something.
Driving in on the highway and just seeing the red bricks and the trees again, it's just like coming back home.
There's great students, great professors.
You just walk around campus and think, oh my gosh, I can't believe I go here.
I feel like I matter in the community, and I feel like I matter here at Ohio University.
It's home. Athens is home.
I knew that I wanted to come to Ohio University from the very first time I visited here.
There's something about the campus that grabs you.
It was really comforting.
Very welcoming.
It's one thing to write down your name and your GPA and that kind of stuff and send it in. It's another thing entirely to be here and see how great it is.
The campus here is just electric.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Everything just looked really college-like.
I looked at my mom and I said, this is it. And she said, the tour's just started. I said, no, you don't understand. This is it.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Eric III, the host of Hardwood Heroes. You should watch our program Sundays at 11 o'clock p.m. Any important and relevant information you need about Southeast Ohio high school basketball, we have. During the week, keep up with our online content at woub.org/heroes. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at Hardwood Heroes. You can follow your boy as well at junior_3. As always, I'm Eric III, reminding you to be heroic.
What would it be like not having easy access to food, having to drive 20 miles or more to pick up your weekly groceries? That's the reality for more than half of Vinton County's residents. Vinton County is considered a food desert. Food deserts are typically areas that lack access to healthy foods such as fresh fruit and vegetables. And in Vinton County, there's not even a grocery store. WOUB's Rachel Nemi reports.
Glennis Erickson drives more than 30 miles to get groceries.
Athens mostly, but we do shop at Wellston and Jackson and Chillicothe sometimes.
And she makes this drive once a month.
You have to go prepared. I make a list. I keep a list of things as I run out so that I don't forget to get anything. Or we'll just be without it for a while because it's too far to run back to the store every time you need something.
And she's not alone. Nearly 9,000 people in Vinton County travel more than 20 minutes to get food. 3 years ago, the county's only grocery store checked out. That means people like Glennis and fellow Vinton County resident Rhoda Price have to make choices about things that most of us take for granted.
And I held up a banana and asked, how would you like to drive 10 miles one way to buy a banana, or would you rather take potassium?
That problem carries into her work life. Rhoda is the director of the Vinton County Senior Center. Among its services, the center provides transportation and grocery shopping assistance. Last year, center volunteers traveled more than 100,000 miles and delivered more than 10,000 meals. Because Vinton County lacks a grocery store, the center is forced to go far beyond most Meals on Wheels programs. In comparison, the Athens County Meals on Wheels program traveled more than 70,000 miles and delivered more than 40,000 meals. To put these numbers into perspective, Vinton County is 1/5 of the population of Athens County. Food deserts appear in both rural and urban settings. In cities, people sometimes have the option of multiple fast food restaurants. But in Vinton County, there's only 5 fast food places, and 4 of them are in the town of MacArthur. So residents are left with expensive convenience stores for something quick and easy, but those are often used as a last resort.
Occasionally for milk and bread and coffee creamer, a few little things like that.
but for like fresh produce and everything like that.
You have to go away. 30 miles.
Francis McFadden is a chef and nutrition expert at Ohio University. He says that convenience stores are a short-term solution that can lead to long-term health effects.
There's nothing wrong with value dollar stores, but the selection of food is all canned, processed, high salt, high fat, high margin, high calorie, low nutritional density food. That's where the money is.
This problem isn't just for the elderly. Vinton County's younger generation is also affected. Even though schools in Appalachia offer free breakfast and lunch, McFadden says that kids who grow up eating unhealthy food have a harder time adjusting to school meals.
And they have very limited access to the food that they consider palatable, something that they're familiar with. And so familiarity becomes a problem. If you try to introduce all this fresh food to a young student who hasn't seen it before, there's a lot of resistance to that.
Today at the Senior Center, kids can come and get a meal of ham, bread, carrots, pineapples, but to buy this at the store, this meal would cost you around $6. I tried to make the meal and I couldn't even find all the ingredients. That means that families who shop at these local convenience stores are often left turning to something like mac and cheese, which is cheaper and easier. The average income in Vinton County is a little more than $40,000 for a family. Nearly 1 in 5 people living in Vinton County are below the poverty line. So cheaper is not always just better, it's essential.
And you take a look at, you tell, like say a single mother go out and buy fresh broccoli, go out and buy fresh eggplant. Well, you go to buy fresh broccoli at the farmer's market. Fresh broccoli is $4 a head and eggplants are $3 each. Or you go to McDonald's and get 4 value meals and feed everybody.
There are solutions, though. McFadden suggests programs like community gardens, a place where neighbors can grow and harvest fresh produce to put on their tables. He also says that farmers markets and public transportation can help. And finally, after 3 years, for Vinton County,
the Campbells are coming, and I mean it, we're excited.
While this field doesn't look like much right now, soon it will be home to Campbell's Foodland. The Campbells plan to build a 12,000 square foot location at this spot by Vinton County High School. The store will offer fresh fruits and vegetables and will bring to Vinton County for the first time in 3 years a real grocery store. Rhoda advocated for Campbell's to bring a grocery store back to Vinton County. Several companies came close to building a store, but backed out at the last minute.
It's been so disappointing to have it like that. Just when you think you do, you don't.
We got our hopes up, and at the last minute something happened that they could not come in one way or another. And so it was one disappointment after another, and so it's kind of like we'll believe it when we see it.
Rick Campbell Jr., co-owner of Campbell's Market, says that places like Vinton County aren't on large companies' radars.
You think it's size of 13,000 people in the entire county. When you go into some suburbs of Columbus, they're double, triple the size of that. So I don't think they see necessarily for them as a larger company economic increase.
But the Campbell family is no stranger to small towns. They have 2 locations in Muskingum County. And for those in Vinton County, the 3rd location can't open soon enough.
It means more fresh vegetables and less planning in order to have something to eat.
Campbell's plans to break ground in March. The Campbell family plans to open the store before school starts in the fall. Once again, this will be the first grocery store in Vinton County since 2013. The 89th Annual Academy Awards will be held Sunday. We'll take a look at the nominees. That story's still ahead.
There's a chance for some severe thunderstorms tonight, and lower temperatures are on the way. I'll let you know what to expect in my extended forecast next on Newswatch.
Professors really care. They care about my grades, they care about my opportunities, they care about my experiences, they want me to succeed.
They give those opportunities to the students.
My professors have been extremely approachable.
Literally, their door is always open. You can go to them with pretty much anything. Everyone knows your first and your last name and where you sit in the classroom.
I really never feel like I'm being talked down to or just being taught material. I always feel like I'm having a conversation.
And they want to share those opportunities and those experiences with us. Ohio University
University students really have a huge sense of pride in our campus, in our school, and in our education.
People don't come to Ohio just to go to college. They come here to become a Bobcat.
It's a really unique atmosphere.
Bobcat pride is having that natural camaraderie.
Bobcats are just happy to be Bobcats.
My favorite time of year at Ohio has to be homecoming.
When the alumni come back, you can see that the love of this university doesn't fade.
Once you're a Bobcat, you're always a Bobcat.
I knew that I wanted to come to Ohio University from the very first time I visited here.
There's something about the campus that grabs you.
It was really comforting.
Very welcoming.
It's one thing to write down your name and your GPA and that kind of stuff and send it in. It's another thing entirely to be here and see how great it is.
The campus here is just electric.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Everything just looked really college-like.
I looked at my mom and I said, "This is it." And she said, "The tour's just started." I said, "No, you don't understand. This is it."
The student body here at Ohio University absolutely is a family.
The students support one another.
You become this unit, this big, friendly family unit.
There's this connectedness.
You feel a part of something.
Driving in on the highway and just seeing the red bricks and the trees again, it's just like coming back home.
There's great students, great professors.
You just walk around campus and think, oh my gosh, I can't believe I go here.
I feel like I matter in the community, and I feel like I matter here at Ohio University.
It's home. Athens is home.
Welcome back to the Newswatch Weather Center. I'm Allison Gens. Now right now in Athens it's 75 degrees with winds at 7 miles per hour. Was a warm day today, and actually if we look around the region, temperatures are still warm. We have our 77 in Marietta, 77 in New Martinsville, 74 in Cambridge, 75 in Athens, and 72 in Ripley. And today, actually, we broke some records. Our record was 69 set back in 1977, but today we were 80 degrees. That's almost 40 degrees above our normal temperature expected for this time of year. So we did have a nice, felt like summer out there today, but that's not sticking around for very long. So we're going to head back to our more normal average temperatures for this time of year. Now that's not our only story for today though. Tonight we are seeing a chance for some severe thunderstorms moving through our region. You can see that low pressure system that's going to begin working its way through tonight on the map right here. That's going to continue to work its way out into early tomorrow morning, and then by Sunday we'll see that all cleared up, so we'll start to see drier conditions return to the area by our Sunday. But we do have that severe thunderstorm in effect for tonight, so let's kind of break that down for you right now. We'll see some damaging and gusty winds up to 24 miles per hour, so that's something to be aware of as we look at as that storms move in. Some potential hail as well associated with those storms, and then those showers again will linger into the morning. Now, it doesn't look like the storms are going to affect all of our region, but we are going to be continuing to keep an eye out to see if any watches and warnings are put out about these storms that are beginning to move their way in as we head into our overnight, late night hours. Now, overnight tonight temperatures dropping, like I said, into our mid 40s. We have 46 in New Lexington, 44 in Chillicothe, 46 in Jackson, 48 in Ironton. Like I said, thunderstorms and rain showers across the region overnight tonight. Now tomorrow, temperatures not as warm as you can see for tomorrow. 54 in Marietta, 51 in Cambridge, 47 in Newark, 46 in Chillicothe. That chance of rain lingering into the early morning and afternoon hours. We'll start to see that dissipate by the evening, but tonight 47 degrees with our chances of severe thunderstorms and those damaging winds. So use caution if you're out tonight as those storms begin to work their way in. Winds south 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tomorrow, not warming up again. Like I said, 52 degrees is all we're going to see here in Athens as our highs. Compares to our 80 degrees we felt today, with mainly those AM showers, and then those temperatures are actually going to continue to drop as we head into our evening hours. So that's going to be hit near our morning high. Then by our evening, those temperatures are going to drop, and you can see we have a low around 26 degrees for Saturday. Very, very frigid temperatures. They're only warming up to 45 on Sunday, but that rain moving its way out. But then by Monday, we'll start to see another chance of some showers and even some snow move in our overnight and early morning hours. Then by Sunday, Tuesday, that changes to rain, and that rain persists into Wednesday, but you can see temperatures do warm up, but then they begin to drop by the end of next week.
Thanks, Allison. Hollywood is gearing up for its biggest night of the year on Sunday. Winners are hard to predict ahead of this year's Oscar ceremony. CNN's Stephanie Alam looks at some of the favorites.
Musical romance. I've been standing with you. Family drama. And extraterrestrial life, all competing for Oscar.
It's pretty strange that we keep running into each other.
La La Land is the film to watch with 14 nominations, tying All About Eve and Titanic for the most nods in Oscar history.
It's very, very exciting.
The musical is up for Best Picture along with Arrival, Fences, Hacksaw Ridge, Hell or High Water, Hidden Figures, Lion, Manchester by the Sea, and Moonlight.
Some people think that maybe Hidden Figures could eke out in the end, but I think that in the end La La Land will prevail.
La La Land's Emma Stone is up for Best Actress, as is Isabelle Huppert for Elle, Ruth Negga in Loving, and return winners Meryl Streep as Florence Foster Jenkins and Natalie Portman as Jackie. But Stone's the frontrunner.
Emma Stone has essentially won every single award you can win.
The race for Best Actor, however, is tight. Andrew Garfield in Hacksaw Ridge, Ryan Gosling in La La Land, and Viggo Mortensen in Captain Fantastic are all up for the honor. But the momentum is with Denzel Washington for Fences and Casey Affleck in Manchester by the Sea.
Everyone's going to be on the edge of their seat for that competition.
Do you know who's hosting the Oscars this year? I'll give you a hint. He's touching your face.
Jimmy Kimmel is taking on Hollywood's most notoriously challenging role. The late-night host will MC the Oscars for the first time.
He really is going to rely on his relationship with the actors in the room to try to make them comfortable and relax.
Although a few will probably be excited and emotional after striking Oscar gold. Stephanie Elam, CNN, Hollywood.
The red carpet event gets underway at 7 p.m. Eastern on Sunday, ahead of the ceremony at 8:30.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Connor Martin. Tonight in sports, I'll let you know if the Cavs won their 4th straight game and what the Bobcats need to do to beat Miami this weekend. Next on Newswatch, and stay tuned to WOUB. Here's a look at what's coming up tonight in your public television station.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Eric II, the host of Hardwood Heroes. You should watch our program Sundays at 11 o'clock p.m. Any important and relevant information you need about Southeast Ohio high school basketball, we have. During the week, keep up with our online content at woub.org/heroes. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at Hardwood Heroes. You can follow your boy as well at junior_3. As always, I'm Eric II, reminding you to be heroic.
Ohio University students really have a huge sense of pride in our campus, in our school, and in our education.
People don't come to Ohio just to go to college. They come here to become a Bobcat.
It's a really unique atmosphere.
Bobcat pride is having that natural camaraderie.
Bobcats are just happy to be Bobcats.
My favorite time of year at Ohio has to be homecoming.
When the alumni come back, you can see that the love of this university doesn't fade.
Once you're a Bobcat, you're always a Bobcat.
My professors really care. They care about my grades, they care about my opportunities, they care about my experiences, they want me to succeed.
They give those opportunities to the students.
My professors have been extremely approachable.
Literally, their door is always open.
You can go to them with pretty much anything.
Everyone knows your first and your last name and where you sit in the classroom.
I really never feel like I'm being talked down to or just being taught material. I always feel like I'm having a conversation.
And they want to share those opportunities and those experiences with us.
I knew that I wanted to come to Ohio University from the very first time I visited here.
There's something about the campus that grabs you.
It was really comforting.
Very welcoming.
It's one thing to write down your name and your GPA and that kind of stuff and send it in. It's another thing entirely to be here and see how great it is.
The campus here is just electric.
Absolutely gorgeous. Everything just looked really college-like.
I looked at my mom and I said, "This is it." And she said, "The tour's just started." I said, "No, you don't understand. This is it."
Welcome back, I'm Connor Martin. Last night, the Cavs came into their matchup against New York Knicks, riding a 3-game winning streak, and they're hoping to make that win into the 4th. With the games over the Nuggets, Timberwolves, and Pacers, the Cavs wanted to add that one more W to the win column. After an early New York lead, the Cleveland playmakers took control of the game, leading them to a 119-104 victory. LeBron James recorded his 48th career triple-double with 18 points, 15 assists, and 13 rebounds. Kyrie Irving added 23 points, and Kyle Korver banked in 20, making him the first player in franchise history to have 6+ three-pointers coming off the bench in back-to-back games. The Cavaliers will play again Saturday night when they host Chicago. The Cavaliers are not the only team on a 4-game winning streak, as the Bobcats look to win their 5th straight and a season sweep of the Kent State Golden Flashes tomorrow at 7 p.m. After just scoring his 1,000th point for the Bobcats this week, Jerron Simmons will be leading Ohio in its final road game of the season. The Bobcats are currently 2nd place in the East, in the MAC tournament just around the corner, and are hitting their stride just in time. I expect the duo of Simmons and freshman Jason Carter to propel Ohio past Kent State and into the postseason. Now we are staying on the court but are coming back to the convo, where Ohio women's basketball team will face off against Miami tomorrow at 2 p.m. After losing their last 2 games, the Bobcats fell back a spot and now sit in 3rd place in the MAC East with an 18-8 record. Ohio hopes to rebound against Miami, who they defeated earlier this year by double digits. Though, to do that, the Bobcats must improve on their shooting from the field, as last time the Cats only made 30% of their shots. This time, this game starts a 3-game home streak to finish off the season and is a potential catalyst for Ohio to get back to its winning ways. Let's jump into the pool as the MAC 2017 MAC Swimming Championships begin Wednesday and will continue through tomorrow at Miami University in Oxford, Ohio. The Bobcats look to improve from last year's standings, where they finished 6th as a team and had top 5 finishes. From the pool to the ice rink, the Cumberland Blue Jackets were welcoming the New York Islands tomorrow at 5 p.m. The Blue Jackets are coming off a close 4-3 loss from last Sunday against Nashville, but still hold on to the first wildcard spot in the East. However, the Islanders are right behind them, as they are in the number 2 spot, 11 points behind Columbus. But how can we talk about sports and not bring up some local high school basketball? There's plenty of action this weekend, and the playoffs continue for the teams in the TVC. The only girls game tomorrow is Alexander versus Minford at 12 p.m. in Waverly. Then for the boys, Meggs takes on Fairfield Union at 3 p.m. at Logan High School. Waterford will play Fairfield at 12 p.m. at Jackson High School, and Benton County faces off against Marietta at 7 p.m. at Logan High School. Do not forget to tune in Sunday night at 11 for the season finale of Hardwood Heroes. I'm Connor Martin, and that's it for sports. Let's head over to weather with Allison.
Thank you. Now, we did get some word that some thunderstorm watches are in effect for the northwest and southwest portions of our region. That includes Hocking, Fairfield, Pickaway, Ross, Pike, Scioto, and as well as Adams, Licking in Ohio, and then also Lewis and Mason in West Virginia. Now, looking up tomorrow, those thunderstorms, though, will move out. Then looking at your extended forecast here, temperatures will be dropping as we head into our weekend and then warming back up as we head into midweek. Mackenzie?
Thanks, Allison. And that does it for our broadcast this evening. Thanks for watching. I'm Mackenzie Pyatt. Stay tuned for the PBS NewsHour coming up next. Remember, you can find the latest news anytime at WOUB.org. Have a great night.